Hi, I'm Nikki Campbell, owner of the Flourish Group, and this is another episode of my Flourish in 5 series, where I give you ideas and tips that will, in 5 minutes or less, improve your health and wellness. Today, we're talking about sitting. We do a lot of it, probably more so than ever because we're not leaving our houses as much. We're not commuting maybe to the office anymore. So we're sitting at our desks and then we're maybe moving to the kitchen table and then to the couch. So we're sitting more than ever and it's taking a toll on our bodies. And I'm talking about our hips, our back, our necks, our heads, our shoulders, all the places where we hold tension. And sitting exacerbates that. So today I'm going to give you a stretching routine that you can do anywhere at any time in 5 minutes or less to loosen those areas of tension and just feel better overall. You'll sleep better, you'll have less soreness, and you'll be ready to take on your day no matter what. So let's get up from sitting and get started. So, first things first, you don't have to change. We're just going to be doing some stretches, but make sure you have on loose fitting clothes. So, I have on a light sweater, I have some stretch in my jeans as always, and I have my favorite yoga socks on with the grips on the bottom so I don't slip and fall. So, why are we stretching in the middle of the day? Maybe you stretched after your workout, and that's great. The problem is that we then sit down for hours at a time and we don't do a lot of movement. So our muscles shorten and they get tight. So in particular, we're talking about your head, your neck, your shoulders, your back, your hip flexors. Those are ones that really tighten up, and your hamstrings. So I'm going to run you through and demonstrate 5 exercises that you can do, 5 simple stretches you can do in the middle of your day, and they're going to take less than 5 minutes, and you're going to feel so much better. You're going to have less tension and less tightness when you get back to your desk and get on with your day. So let's get started. Okay, the first one is a figure 4 stretch, and this you may want to hold on to. That's why I'm in the kitchen and holding on to the island. If you have balance issues, make sure that you can hold on to something, a chair, whatever. So a figure 4 is just how it sounds. So it is literally making a figure 4 out of your legs and then sitting into it. So you want to have your ankle above your opposite knee, so it's resting there. You don't want to put too much pressure on your knee. And you want to create this figure 4 shape. And then you just want to sit into it a little bit. Again, using some support so that you don't fall over. But you're going to start to feel that in your hamstring, in your glute, in your hip flexor. I mean, this is a really good stretch. So do this on both sides for about 30 seconds just to loosen up that lower body. The second stretch that we're going to do is what I call a standing cat-cow. So if you're a yogi and you do cat-cow on the floor, we're going to stay standing but do similar motions. So what I mean by that is you want to take your hands, lace them together, and you're going to do the kind of simple rounding of your back, right? So that's the cat motion. And you really want to stretch out that upper shoulder area and upper back. So you want to stretch that out for a few seconds. You can do it for 30 seconds or you can rotate between the two. And then for the cow, the standing cow, do the same thing behind your back. Just lace your hands together, pull back your shoulders, and lift up your hands. You're going to get a great upper back stretch. It'll stretch out your chest muscles, which again, as we're sitting at our computers, we're sitting like this a lot of the time. So you want to focus on your posture when you're behind your computer, but then do these stretches to, just loosen things up throughout the day. So the next stretch is specific to the head and neck. So I'm always going to recommend, doing some stretching and rolling of your head, but this one is a really subtle stretch, but it's highly effective. So what I'm going to have you do is you take your hand, put it on your head, and gently, don't pull it too hard, but gently bring your head down, put some pressure on your head. But the other thing you want to do is take the left hand or the opposite hand and reach down your leg. So reach down your opposite leg. And I don't want you to lean either way. So your torso should not be moving. You just want to gently pull on your head while pulling your shoulder down and away from your head. and you're gonna get this great stretch right here in your neck. That is an area that we kind of neglect sometimes when we're doing stretching. So it's very simple. Do it very gently, 30 seconds on each side. Then when you are feeling tension, because like I said, we all sit hunched over at our computers, all you're gonna do is some simple shoulder rolls. We know how to do those, and most of the time we're doing them toward the back of our body, but you also wanna make sure that you bring them forward. So I would do 30 seconds, shoulder rolls back, and then 30 seconds forward. And then you've got the head and neck covered. So the final stretch is a hamstring stretch. So the hamstrings are on the back of our legs. They're a big muscle group, and you want to be able to stretch them because we sit on them all day. So simple hamstring stretch. This is something that runners do. You may have seen it in the past or done it, but it's really effective. And it's just a sit into your hamstrings is what I call it. So you're gonna just lean back into your hamstring. So you don't wanna lock your knee out. You wanna have a soft knee. This knee is bent, and just sit. I mean, we're talking about not sitting, but in this case, you're gonna sit into it until you start to feel a little bit of a stretch in the hamstring. And hold it for 20 to 30 seconds, and then go to the other side. And that's a really quick and easy way to stretch out those muscles that we use by sitting on them all day long. So I gave you a quick 5-minute stretch, but there are a couple of things that you can also do throughout the day that will help you be less sore and less tight. So the first is stand up more. You know, if you're on a call, get up, move around your house. Even better, take it outside. Now that the weather is getting better, get outside and do walking meetings or walking calls so that while you're not on camera. Finally, make sure for your workouts that you're doing a good 5-minute warm up and a 5-minute cool down and stretch. Those 10 minutes on 5 minutes on either end of your workout really make a difference in how your muscles recover and how you feel later in the day and even into the next day. So I'm Nikki Campbell, owner of the Flourish Group, and I hope this episode of Flourish in 5 was useful to you and you are feeling relaxed and stretched out and ready to take on the rest of your day. Make it a good one.